My name is Ethan. I am an architect. For years, my life was built on a foundation of meticulously laid plans, precise measurements, and a blueprint for happiness I believed was perfectly executed. My world was a perfectly crafted illusion, a tapestry woven with shared dreams, laughter, and the unwavering belief in my wife, Sarah. She was my masterpiece, my most beautiful design. Beautiful, charming, effortlessly elegant, she was the picture of perfection. She moved through our perfectly curated life with a grace that captivated everyone, especially me. I loved her with a depth I didn't know possible, a quiet, profound devotion that was the bedrock of my existence. Our life together felt like a grand, intricate design, every detail considered, every moment cherished. I was the quiet, steady hand. She was the vibrant, sparkling jewel. We were a team, a unit, an unbreakable bond. Or so I thought. The shattering began subtly, a faint crack in the perfect facade. A lingering doubt, a misplaced item, a text message glimpsed on a screen that was quickly turned away. I dismissed them, of course. Love blinds you, makes you a willing accomplice in your own delusion. I told myself I was being paranoid, that my Sarah, my perfect Sarah, would never. But the cracks widened, the whispers grew louder, until one day the entire structure imploded. It was a Tuesday. I remember the mundane details so vividly because they stand in stark contrast to the absolute cataclysm erupting within me.
I found the undeniable proof. Not a whisper, not a glimpse, but a glaring, undeniable truth laid bare. A string of emails, intimate, casual, damning, to a man whose name I did not know, detailing trysts, inside jokes, a shared life that was not ours. It wasn't just a moment of weakness, it was a systematic betrayal, a carefully constructed double life, carving a void where my heart once was. The man who loved her died that day. He simply ceased to exist, replaced by a hollow echo, a stunned silence where joy used to reside. The pain was physical, a crushing weight in my chest, a cold knot in my gut. My hands trembled, my vision blurred, and the world spun in a sickening kaleidoscope of disbelief and agony. How could she? How could my Sarah, the woman I adored, the woman I built my life around, meticulously dismantle everything we were with such calculated indifference? The charming smile, the tender touch, the shared laughter, all of it a lie, a performance. She was not just cheating, she was betraying every single atom of trust, every sacred promise, every whispered dream. The realization wasn't just that she loved someone else. It was that she had orchestrated a charade, making a fool of me, of us, of everything I held dear. Her perfection was a facade, one she maintained with chilling skill. In the immediate aftermath, there was only darkness, a vast, suffocating emptiness. I walked through my own home, a tomb of memories, each object a cruel reminder of a happiness that never truly existed. I felt an animalistic rage, a desire to scream, to smash, to confront, to tear down the very walls that had witnessed her deception. But that wasn't me. I am an architect.
I build, I design, I plan. Even in ruin, my mind sought structure. Violence? A quick confrontation? No, that would be too simple, too fleeting. It would grant her the release of a dramatic scene, a public outcry, then allow her to rebuild her meticulously crafted image. Sarah, ever the meticulous architect of her public persona, valued her reputation, her social standing, and her curated online life above all else. That was her masterpiece, her most prized possession. And that, I realized, was her vulnerability. That was where she truly lived, truly felt. A cold, calculated resolve began to solidify in the churning chaos of my despair. The love was gone, replaced by a crystalline clarity of purpose. Not to destroy her physically, but to shatter the very image she held so dear. To expose the truth she meticulously hid behind a veneer of perfection. I would not give her the satisfaction of my tears or my anger. I would not lower myself to her level of cheap deceit. Instead, I would design a new structure, a new narrative, one that would dismantle hers from the inside out. My revenge wouldn't be loud or public accusations. It would be a slow, artistic unraveling, a masterpiece of pain, crafted with the same precision I applied to my buildings, but this time the foundation would be her betrayal, the framework her lies, and the final flourish her public humiliation. I would become a storyteller. My medium? The very platforms she used to project her perfect life. I began to construct a series of online content. It started innocently enough, beautifully produced short videos, a seemingly idyllic, perfect life narrative. I hired actors, choosing carefully, eerily mirroring us, mirroring her. A charming, sophisticated couple living a dream. I filmed them in places Sarah and I frequented, at events we attended, recreating moments that felt achingly familiar. The production quality was impeccable, the storytelling captivating. I drew inspiration from our own life, twisted just enough to make it universally relatable yet deeply personal to anyone who knew us. This fictional story, this idealized romance, began to gain a loyal following. People loved the aesthetic, the aspirational quality, the seemingly perfect love story unfolding before their eyes. And then I started to weave in the agonizing details of her betrayal, slowly, subtly, each plot twist mirroring a wound she inflicted. The actor playing my character would discover a coded message, or a hidden note, or a sudden, unexplained absence from his on-screen wife. The camera would linger on a photograph, an object, a location, all loaded with meaning for Sarah, but innocent to the unaware viewer. The emotional beats, the dialogue, the subtle shifts in the actor's expressions, all designed to mirror my own journey from blissful ignorance to heart-wrenching discovery. I created fictional excuses for the on-screen wife's deception that were chillingly close to the truth. I depicted the on-screen husband's quiet despair, his growing suspicion, his shattered trust, all without ever accusing or naming. The slow reveal will be agonizingly specific, devastatingly accurate. It's like an architectural drawing of a building, showing the structural flaws before the entire edifice collapses. Sarah, and anyone who knows her intimately, will recognize the truth, piece by agonizing piece, without me ever uttering her name. They will see her story, her lies, her betrayal, reflected in this fictional narrative. She will watch, helplessly, as her carefully constructed image is dismantled, not by my anger, but by the very art she never valued. She will be the star of her own public humiliation, orchestrated by the man she destroyed. She will see her private shames exposed in a public forum, cloaked in the guise of entertainment. The series is live now. The views are climbing. The comments are rolling in, analyzing the unfolding drama, debating the characters' motivations. They have no idea they are watching a man exact his revenge, one meticulously crafted frame at a time. My heart still aches, a constant dull throb beneath the surface of my cold resolve. This is not about winning her back, or even about making her suffer in a physical sense. It is about truth. It is about reclaiming my narrative, about making her live the consequences, not through my anger, but through the mirror of her own making, reflecting back the monster she became. I will make her watch her perfect world unravel, one agonizing truth at a time. And the most exquisite torment? She will know it is me, and she will be powerless to stop it. This is my new masterpiece, and it is only just beginning.